Exactly. And none of us are wheat colored.
Okay, so basically you're saying that all the Native Americans in America were of lighter complexion, not white
Because
Oh my
like,
complexion,
God,
just
she keeps
lighter.
We're
saying
talking
lighter
about the
complexion.
uh,
Caribbean
No.
islands. That's what he
hey,
described
yes.
the Caribbean islands.
All right, so here you go. All right, so where you want to start off? We start off at so all I saw were youths, none more than 30 years of age. They are very well made, with very handsome bodies and very good countenances. Their hair is short and coarse, almost like the hairs of a horse's tail. Black people don't have that. They wear the hairs brought down to the eyebrows, except a few locks behind, which they wear long and never cut. They paint themselves black. Let me repeat that because a lot of people always say you saw black people. They paint themselves black, and they are the color of the Canarians, neither black nor white. Some paint themselves white, others red, and others of what color they find. Some paint their faces, others the whole body. Some only around the eyes, others only on the nose. So where in this journal where you saw people like us?
Thank you. Like I said,
So
paint,
there's
paint.
there's two things. There's two. I didn't see it in this version. Maybe I can try to pull it up actually and show it
It's
to
the
There's
you.
no
only
this
he
But
this
this
is
is
the
my journal,
no
love.
this isn't the
this
whole
is the
thing though.
no, this is the primary of Christopher Columbus, which
This
means
is
there's
where
two
he's
other
talking
things.
about
Well,
the skin
because
color.
there's
You don't
also there's also like him saying that
Oh yeah,
Africans came to America
the
and
other
were
part they're gonna say something
trading
about
with
painting too, though. I already know you're
they
talking about.
were
Hold on, let me get
trading
to that.
spears with the native communities there. But like also
Native
at the same
spirits. Oh no,
time,
they did not. They did not come from Christopher Columbus. They came from the book of Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. That is not his primary. They
exactly.
did not train no spears. See what I'm saying? You're like y'all got
you're
to
saying
stop
this
doing
didn't
that.
happen?
It
You're
did
saying
not
this he
happen.
didn't write about
They
this?
did not trade no spear with no Africans.
Wait, you're saying you didn't he didn't write about this though? Like are
No,
you
he did
saying
not.
No, he did not.
yeah, I
Ivan
think
Van
that's
Sertima did.
If
Yeah,
you have it, you can
uh
pull it up and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
show
please
you.
pull it up because
I
it's
got
a
this is
it's a couple
directly
people
from.
who talk about
This
it.
is no. This is directly from his journal. It's not in there.
Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna
I
come back on my backup because I want to log into this account on the Research Rebels. I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
it seems like y'all are just going so hard for the idea that there's like,
No, you appeal line.
brown skin
ma'am, you
indigenous
are
people.
speaking over other people's culture and spreading false information. And like I told you, he was talking about the way we painted our faces, and he showed you that. We're still waiting for you to show your source where he stated they were black, because you're speaking on my community
Well,
now.
I don't think he would state they're black. That's why you have American Indians now saying
But you
that
just said it
they
was in
don't
his
claim they're black
journal.
at all.
That's the claim that you made. You made a claim that it was in a journal, so pull it up.
Yeah, that he saw brown skin people.
Uh, no, you said black. Now
Well,
you switching words.
by today's terms, I think that
No,
brown skin
ma'am.
people would be
That's
considered
not what he
black. Yeah.
said.
See,
Because
yeah, you too young for be doing that crowd. Go educate yourself properly.
I have educated myself
No, you
actually.
haven't.
Do I feel like Africans were I think that Africans had boats and some of them probably made it to America. Do I think this makes all black people indigenous? No, I don't think that's what that culture is. I'm just saying I think it's reasonable for Africans to have made it to
They
America.
had no reason.
I guess no one did then.
Prior to the 1500s.
Why would they leave their homelands?
Somebody else have to put you. I'm not a mod. Somebody else have to put you on the big screen if you're
That's
trying to get on
okay.
the big screen.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, but
probably
before you
a
put me on the
bunch
big
of
screen,
reasons.
like what?
Different opportunities, exploration, seeing what's out there. Like I mean, if you don't have a whole bunch else to do in your life and you've never explored the world, maybe they'll go explore it.
And you think they had nothing better
That's
else to
not what I
do? I
think.
mean, there
That's
were
not what I said.
empires and kingdoms and civilizations.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people had
I mean
something
that's
better
what
to
you
do. I'm
said.
just saying, yeah, not everybody
She just
has
want to
something to
talk
do
us
all
to
the
death.
time.
Like, yeah.
Well, he asked
So,
me a question,
also,
Joe the
why do you
educator.
think?
Yeah,
He's
but
here.
I've been up here for a while. You have
Okay,
not provided with no accurate information when it comes to backing up your
Okay,
claim.
so
You just
let's talk
talking.
about Walter Plecker and his
We can talk
his
about that too. The racial integrity. What about it?
Yeah, there were people that were
Also,
reclassified. This is a fact.
HS.
That's
One
just
second.
No, once he get
HS.
done,
I
we'll go
mean,
to that.
he
I'm
had
glad you brought
like
that up.
mhm.
yeah, he didn't have
I hope you know
else
that.
just Virginia for a short period of time.
Mhm.
So Walter Plucker was not a
Yeah.
worldwide
Yeah,
phenomenon.
you know what, and that's
Mhm.
fair. That's why I'm saying it's not that I think every black person is indigenous, but I do think that there are people out there who are reclassified. And
They-
Walter Plecker wasn't the only one following the one drop rule, right?
Okay,
So
I'm
if
back. I'm
you could
back.
be
1 second. This
considered
the host. This the host.
black,
This the host. 1 second.
Now
One
go
second.
ahead,
One
Phoenix,
second.
because all this
One
talking is
second. Cause
crazy.
golly, I told people to do certain things, and people are hard headed. Anyways, I'm gonna make you mine too. Guys, golly, what's the topic of the conversation?
The
Jumping
alleged
all over
claim
the
that
place.
people from Africa migrated to the Americas prior to the 1500s.
Yeah, we need sources now. All this talking is, I'm done with that.
Mhm.
Okay, then
I mean,
who
not
made the
just
claim?
I do.
HS 47. Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that. I don't think
Okay, y'all
Africans
go
were
ahead.
so stupid that they couldn't move to
So
America
we're not
on a
saying that we're
boat.
What?
stupid.
It's okay
Okay,
if you're
Exactly.
the already
HS,
complex. God,
HS. Okay,
It's the stupid thing for
hang on.
me. It's the stupid
Yeah,
thing for me. Like, nah, I'm
right.
not gonna skip over that. Let's not move because what she's done is skip somewhere else and stopped going exactly where she was going at before. So prior
Mm.
to you talking about Van Sertima, right? Or not, I'm not Plecker, right? Get back on what tribes were African that came over here and what evidence of the African people saying that somebody that's a tribe that was seafarers, because none of them were oceanfarers, right? Give me the tribe that was an ocean-faring type of tribe that got over here to America and where they landed and where they went and where's the evidence of them. If you cannot prove that, you're just going off assumptions and fairy tales.
Mhm.
Prove it.
So yeah, HS. I mean, I hope you know about migration theories and and movement, human movement, right? The people that move is because they need to, not because. I mean, to think that only the most intellectually superior people are the ones that move, it's actually a white tea supremacist ideology.
I
You
don't
know,
think that though.
especially with Trump saying like, "Oh, we only want like people from certain socioeconomic status." I mean, again, the Pilgrims were not the royalty or the nobility of England. The Spanish conquistadors were not nobility either. Christopher Columbus was not from a high income family, right? Also, he was so incompetent, he got lost at sea, and his men almost had a mutiny on his ship and they almost turned back to Spain. Also, nobody wanted to sponsor him until Queen Isabella had pity on him and she gave him the cheapest ships that could afford to give him, right? Also, just real quick, China was considered the most globally superpower of its time during the Ming Dynasty, right? Because they had like the powder for that will eventually be for pew pews. They created the printing press. They had paper. They had ink. They didn't travel. They had boats. They had ships. But guess what? They didn't travel because they felt there's nothing they could gain from other people. They called everyone else barbarians. Actually, the characters for China in Chinese is the Middle Kingdom because they thought they were the center of civilization. So for African people, again, just because they didn't leave doesn't mean they were incompetent. It just means why would they? And they had impeccable societies. I mean, Timbuktu was considered a center of learning and commerce. Okay, Shaka Zulu, I know this is a few centuries later, but his military formation was emulated by the US military for a long time. So these societies had impeccable skills and resources, but it doesn't mean that they also should what am I trying to say here? It doesn't mean like they would flex that into exploration because that has a lot of resource. It involves leaving what you have. It involves embarking in a journey overseas that took months, right? So pivoting back to my primary source, this is from Christopher Columbus's journal. Can I have you read where I have highlighted in yellow?
Yeah, nor are they black like the Ethiopians. They have straight hair hanging down.
So again, that's another. I think Joe, you also showed another journal entry
Yeah.
from him. So
Mm-hmm.
again, he keeps describing us as differently from people from Ethiopia, and by Ethiopia he meant continental Africa, right?
Yeah, and the Europeans had no choice but to venture out, and they basically bumped into the Americans. Because what they were trying to do is they'll try to avoid the trades with the Ottoman Empire, because the Ottoman Empire was running things around that time frame. So they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to get around that, right? So if you
Mm-hmm.
go look at the history, we learned this basic stuff we learned in school. It's crazy. It's like we forget all of a sudden because we're trying to be something else that we're not.